Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing from where we left off in the Imperial Agent story with Retaliation, which is the first part of the new content Legacy of the Sith. You will have to bear with me as we go through because they have changed quite a lot, including introducing a secondary combat style where I could change my operative over to a sniper if I wanted to. Don't really feel like messing with what's been working this entire time. They've also increased the level cap from 75 to 80 and gotten rid of the renown system. So a bunch of changes, and I'm not 100% certain that everything is going to play the same, so just bear with me. Just a reminder, today's video is sponsored through my partnership with W Energy. If you're looking for a clean, all-natural energy drink that won't give you the crashes and jitters of normal energy drinks, then W Energy is the energy drink for you. And my discount code Joshua265 will get you 10% off your first order. Without further ado, let's get underway and see what other stuff has changed. The inventory screen, as you can see, is a completely different format. That'll be interesting. Our abilities are actually listed in different categories now as well. As you can see, if I want to use my legacy abilities, like heading back to my ship, I have to switch to the legacy screen. It's going to be interesting. So, let's get started with Retaliation. And this is the opening cinematic for Legacy of the Sith.
Sahar.
I am probably going to have to mute out the audio because I'm sure Disney is going to copyright claim it.
I did it! Did you see? Wow.
Oh, actually I was able to do it without having to worry about it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars. Legacy of the Sith. The fate of the galaxy balances on a razor's edge. The Sith Empire and Galactic Republic, still consumed by the flames of war, viciously compete for any advantage that can secure victory. With vital resources in short supply, the Empire turns its gaze to Manaan, an ocean planet overflowing with the indispensable but rare medical substance known as colto. Manaan's reclusive people, the Selkath, control the flow of colto with an uncharitable grasp. Determined to seize all colto for themselves, the Empire's forces prepare for invasion. And if you do want to view the opening cinematic for Legacy of the Sith, it will show up whenever you start this storyline, or you can watch it on
Raven to
Twitter.com.
nest! Raven to nest! I've got 2 Republic fighters on my tail. I can't shake them. Requesting backup. This is Major Anri of Raven Squad, still under fire. Come on, I need help down here.
Flying on the Major's part.
Blast! Can anyone read me?
I read you, Major, loud and clear.
And once again, we swoop in and save the day.
Really appreciate your intuition, Keeper. I can always count on you to be in the right place at the right time.
What's going on? Where did those Republic fighters come from?
See that dreadnought? Meet me there. We'll get you all caught up.
Actually, they said that there was something new with the title system too, so let's see. When did I get the worm food title? Oh well, Sith Intelligence Commander still works. Since they haven't made Keeper a equipable title.
Get these weapons secure, now!
Everyone's trapped down there. Cord had better have a hell of a plan to get out of this one.
They've also made it so that you no longer have to activate your legacy abilities of the legacy buffs anymore. They're just always active.
We need everyone ready to move.
Though, of
No
course,
except
now it
for
only
us
gives you
down
the
He'll have
legacy
the
abilities for your own side.
Hope you're right.
We've got 3 squads cleared and ready. Just need
Used
to
to be
go
you
ahead
had it
for
for
Major
both
Henry.
sides. Not sure how I feel about that.
I need the rest of them ready to go in 10, Captain. Understood?
Right away, Major.
Welcome aboard the Executioner, Keeper. Wish I could have organised a welcome party, but we need your help straight away.
You said you would brief me on the situation, Major.
Straight to business then. Good. Colonel Cord was running a pretty tight ship with this Kolto operation. We dropped mining platforms right on the water. Real state-of-the-art stuff. Got everything up and running quick. Harvesting, refining, shipping. We were up to our necks in Kolto. The Selkath didn't even know what hit him. Until the Republic got a whiff of what was going on.
If you're not giving the orders here, Major, let me speak to someone who is.
You can't. That's why I'm here. Once the Republic brought the big guns, the locals started to put up a fight. Some of the Selkath even got organized enough to take over our Kolto refining station. That station was our base of operations, and now our people are stuck inside, including Colonel Cord. All our platforms are cut off from each other. Whole thing's a mess. If we want this operation back on track, first thing to do is kick the Selkath off our base, which I can't do alone. Could really use your help down there.
Anything you need. Anything. At all. I'm yours.
You really are too good to be true, aren't you? I've already given the order to ready as many troops on board as we can. Just need to get them down to the surface and...
Major Henry, the first dropship we sent down, it was completely destroyed as soon as it entered Manaan's airspace. Our scanners show it was Republic anti-aircraft weapons.
Are the enormous guns mounted on this eyesore just for show? If you've got their weapons in your sights, take them out.
We can't. Once we started the targeting sequence, their weapons disappeared from our instruments altogether.
How can that be?
Damn it! Don't know what the Republic's playing at, but I'm not sending any more soldiers down until we find out. As long as those Republic dogs are helping the Selkath, our efforts on Manaan are dead in the water, so to speak.
That's not an option, and there are other ways to solve this problem.
All right. What are you thinking?
You and I will retake your base. The Republic's weapons won't lock onto a small shuttle. You were able to escape Manaan relatively unscathed.
Solid point. And once we take the Republic's fancy weapons out of the equation, we'll clear the way for reinforcements. You heard the plan, Vondrel? Hold down the fort up here. We'll signal when it's safe to deploy everyone else. It's great to have your help again. Now, let's show these kelp lovers what we're made of, yeah?
Well, they really did reduce the respawn time, didn't they? That's another one of the new changes, apparently, is the reduction in respawn time of enemies.
What happened here? How did the Empire lose control?
Like I said, everything was going to plan. Better than that, really. We were unstoppable. We had an iron cannon that could stop entire fleets in their tracks. Anyone who thought they could take a run at us got a personal demonstration. But the Republic had to go and stick their noses where they don't belong. Things took a turn when they helped the Selkath blow up our cannon. Something for ya! Mate, it was a really powerful gun. When it blew up, the iron explosion knocked out everything. Comms, weapons, vehicles, you name it, it went dark. These bottom feeders took advantage of the chaos and went on the offensive. Since we couldn't call for backup, Colonel Cord sent me back to the Executioner for reinforcements. Then you showed up, just in the nick of time.
I just realized what's missing. My stealth ability.
She's alive. Let's go, soldier.
I'll be fine. Just need a second to catch my breath. But you two don't have time to stop. The cell camp are planting explosives all around the base.
We'll take care of them.
Need a hand!
For this.
Azem tun, open lato sag le vego, sotet volt grav esan feleta.
I will never give up our position on Manaan, no matter how many chances you give us. The Empire needs more Koto than your tight-fisted government is willing to sell.
Vassoni lesinen, tento sota, apasa la cold so treated, oma leos.
Hey, shark bait! Over here!
If a fight is what you prefer, I will happily oblige.
Close one there.
on your feet! I want this place back in working order immediately. Taurus, get this display back online. Dar, re-establish long-range communications now! We've been cut off from the other platforms for too long.
Colonel Cord, sir. This is...
I know who this is, Major. Where are the reinforcements I asked for?
Watch yourself, Cord. If you know who I am, then you'll show me more respect.
I know you're expecting a few more people, but that plan hit a bit of a snag.
A few more people? I asked you for an army, Major.
And if I bring you that army now, they're as good as dead. The Republic shot down our first transport. They've got some kind of stealth weapon system. It went dark on the Executioner scanners almost as soon as it showed up.
Then we need to eliminate those guns. I want my soldiers down on the surface in one piece. The second our scanning instruments are functional again, we shall locate the Republic's weapons. Readings down here will be more accurate than on the Executioner.
The Selkath did a real number on this place. With their home advantage and the Republic backing them up, they'll retake this position in no time.
You're absolutely right. We'll reinforce this platform while Cord finds the Republic's guns. What sort of defenses are at our disposal?
There are plenty around this platform, but they were destroyed or disabled by the ion blast the Selkath triggered. You'll have to repair all the defenses manually.
Sounds easy enough, especially for the two of us. I'm sure Darth Norok will be pleased at how well we're handling this, sir.
Who is Darth Norok?
Lord Valron's new right hand in logistics. Very important. Colonel Cord manages the Kolto operation, but this whole thing is under Darth Norok's jurisdiction. He gets final say on everything. Be nice if we could update him before we set off, sir.
I tried to contact him, but with everything that's happened, I'm sure he's on the move. Don't get your hopes up.
Good. Your endless missteps are becoming a considerable source of irritation.
I know things are grim, my lord. You have my apologies, but I, and my associates, are prepared to make things right.
See that you do.
Darth Norok has been briefed, and we all have our assignments. I want this entire operation back in working order. People will die without this Kolto.
If you want my help, I want to hear from someone with actual power first, not a peon.
Sir, the Selkath are launching another attack. They've breached the lower levels.
If those Selkath take this platform again, I'm afraid no one will be speaking to Darth Norok.
Leave the Selkath to us. We'll return once the defenses are repaired.
Very well. Good luck to you both. Hopefully you won't need it.
It's unfortunate there wasn't an option to execute him rather than save him. That's something new, I've never seen that before. Oh. A whole bunch of new good gear. Gotta to remember to sell some stuff here later. Need to see if we can't rescue some of these soldiers.
Close one there. Selkath are dug in deep. Let's remind them who they're dealing with. Incoming! The Selkath are everywhere. It's like a bad crek beetle infestation.
Our influence with the Major is full, and yet our combat capabilities don't match up with what I would expect from somebody who is maxed out.
Thank you. I thought I was done for.
I've got the power cells to the surface level defenses recharged, rebooted, and reinforced. Let's see the Selkath try and break these again. Moving out. Ready?
Give these anchovies one for me, would ya?
was sure I was going to die in here. I owe you one.
Just rewired the shields in this quadrant to triple their integrity. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
Excellent work, Major, though less shoulder padding would be good.
Something for ya! See that terminal? We get it back online, we restore communications, at least at short range. We'll be able to check in with each other if we get separated.
It's going to take some getting used to this new screen. Okay, what did they do with my field repair droid? There it is, all the way at the bottom. Oh my.
Welcome to our market, potential customer. Thank you for your patronage.
Good news, sir. We reactivated the defense systems. Making our way back to your position now.
Excellent work. But unfortunately, the job isn't over yet.
What are you talking about?
As Major Anry so eloquently reminded me, the Selkath have their home advantage of infiltrating underwater targets without impediment. As long as the Selkath can so easily enter the platform's sublevels, our surface defenses won't be enough to repel them, as demonstrated by this second assault. The order just came down from Darth Norak. You're to deploy underwater defenses before you return. We have an assortment of mines that should do the trick.
This was Darth Norak's idea. Wasn't he the one who said the mines were a waste of time in the first place?
I sincerely hope that you're not questioning the word of a Sith, Major. I know you are smarter than that.
Well, if Darth Norak wants mines, then I guess we better get him some.
You know Cord was right, don't you? You should know better than to challenge a Sith.
I know. Come on. There's a submersible droid in our mining facility that should make this easier for us. Just need to get to it.
We leveled up to 76. That should help out some, I hope. And we got more armament. So far, I think we have everything except for the helmet.
Still can't believe Colonel Cord got Norak to cave on these mines. Guess Norak finally realized how many people would die without them. He always struck me as an ends justifies the means kind of Sith. But maybe there's an old softy hiding under that creepy armor.
I don't think so. I don't think that the Colonel got permission from Darth Norak. I think he's lying.
Moving out.
Oh, jeez. That was a weird little sequence, wasn't it?
Before I forget, you need an apology for the Colonel's less than heartfelt introduction. He means well, but the man is stubborn and never learned how to ask for help. Throw his aggravating need to have Darth Norak's approval for every little thing into the mix, and well, here we are. I do admire how dedicated Colonel Cord is to his soldiers. Maybe if we all weren't in mortal danger, he'd loosen up a bit. Take those controls. They'll let you pilot a submersible droid that can drop the mines. Moving out.
Seems a bit too easy. You would think something would be around to be a hazard to the droid, so you'd have to do this in a particular way.
That should do it. Let's head back and find out if Colonel Cord's made any headway on those scanners.
This is a good start. Keep at it, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Dar has patched up our long-range communications. The holocalls aren't what I would call reliable yet, but we were able to briefly reach the Executioner. Unfortunately, we haven't made much headway in repairing our scanning equipment. We may have to rely on the Executioner if we're going to locate the Republic's weapons. How did things go on your end?
Where is Darth Norok? I'd prefer to report the details to him.
I'm sorry to say you just missed him. Darth Norok made a brief appearance on the way to his next objective. I updated him on our progress and your success with the platform's defenses. He was quite pleased.
Can't you call him back? Sooner or later we'll need to hammer out a plan with Darth Norok for after the Republic's gone.
Darth Norok's priority is getting the Kolto mining operation in working order again. He won't be pleased if I interrupt his work.
After everything we've done, the least you could do is get Darth Norok on a holo call.
Fine. I can do that much.
It's the Executioner, sir. They managed to make contact again.
Put them through. They could have an update on the location of the Republic's guns.
Colonel, thank the stars we reached you. We just received a distress signal from our shipping docks on the surface. It's faint, but we heard enough. The Republic has overrun their position. The entire platform is in lockdown, and if we don't...
Blast! There's enough Koltos sitting on those docks to secure many decisive victories for the Empire. We can't let the Republic get their hands on it. I need you both to stop them. Darth Norok?
It must be done. We must take control.
We will, my lord. We won't let any pubs off that platform with our Kolto.
Should I try to get him back?
Don't think that's necessary, sir.
Excellent, and now we've got the helmet and the weapons to match the rest. So we should have the entire armor set now. And from what I was reading in the update earlier, I think there's a bonus for having complete weapon sets. Alright, now we're going to begin restoration.
for sneaking in?
Well, if there's no bonus for killing them, then sneaking is how we'll go. Since there was a bonus for killing everything last time, I thought there might be one for this, but... So the bonus is for killing 4 of those commanders. I guess we'll just kill any that we come across. So far though, I don't think I've seen any other than that one.
Vondra wasn't kidding when she said the pubs had these transports locked down. They're grounded until we cut them loose. That's all of them. Time to get these things in the air. If we can just find somewhere to put coordinates in.
The advanced Kolto that these medics have is kind of an annoyance.
Those Kolto transports don't have pilots. Use this to send them somewhere. They'll get to the destination on their own.
Getting this Kolto out of Cord and Norok's hands is the only way I trust it'll be put to good use. I'm sending the transports to a Decim.
As long as you get it to the Empire, Colonel Cord won't have any complaints. Can't imagine Darth Norok would be too happy about it, though. Are you seeing this?
Contact Cord. We need an extraction.
Way ahead of you. Here's hoping I can get through. Sir, got a little surprise down here at the shipping docks. The Republic's guns showed up.
What about the Kolto? Where is it?
Gone. Those guns destroyed some of the transports, but most are on their way off-world.
Which is great for you and all, sir. Unfortunately for us, the Republic's just dropped a lot of fresh troops on our doorstep. We're trapped in here.
I cannot send anyone to get you out, Major. Not while those guns are still active. Darth Norok would not approve of me sending anyone else into this situation. You don't need me. I know that both of you will figure.
Oh, we'll
think we
figure
can
out,
make it to
then I'm
that.
coming for you.
We'll handle it, and we'll bring down the Republic's guns on the way out.
Oh, they better give me the option to kill the Colonel when this is over.
Moving out.
I swear she keeps falling through the floor.
Ready? Ready?
You know what, the bonus isn't worth worrying about. We will either level up to 80 by the end of the content, or we have missions on other worlds that we didn't do, side quests and stuff like that we can do to make up the experience points. But I imagine they put enough new experience points here in the storyline to get to 80, so with or without the bonus is.
Darth Norog.
What in blazes are you doing here?
Helping you get your Kolto operation back on track, before everyone around you sees what a failure you are.
This isn't my operation. Not yet. Not until the reins are back in my hands.
Is that? You've got to be kidding me.
Don't just stand there. Release me at once.
Have some patience, my lord, or I'm throwing you off this shuttle.
Do not toy with me, fool. The longer you keep me like this, the worse the consequences will be.
No need for that, my lord.
Don't do anything stupid, Norog. Unless you'd like to put the buoyancy of your armor to the test.
Take me to Cord. I will wring the air from that useless invertebrate's carcass for this.
What does he have to do with this?
If he had done what I asked in the first place, there would be no need for my presence.
What do you mean? Colonel Cord's done his best to keep this operation running for you.
I repeatedly told Cord his little Kolto mining stations weren't good enough. The Empire does not toil and struggle for a mere trickling of resources. We take what we want. Cord had one objective: the complete subjugation of Manaan. He refused to comply with my instructions, so I relieved him of his command. The Republic arrived on Manaan as I began my descent to the surface. I had no time to act. In one swift moment, their forces destroyed our weapons, shot me down, and set upon me.
What kind of Sith gets captured by the Republic so easily?
The kind of Sith you will never be. With power, you will never know. No matter how hard you tug on the hem of Asena's robe.
Hate to break up this very productive discussion, but I can't land this thing without drawing attention. Too many pubs out there. But it's now or never. We won't get a better shot at taking out these guns.
If these animals are all that stand between me and an unyielding grip on Manaan, I will eradicate every last one.
A lightsaber like Kylo Ren's. I was wondering how long it was going to be before they would integrate.
Here we go.
Not exactly a fan of the lightsaber design, but alright. Alright, so now we are on to Decimation. And we leveled up to 78. I should probably just do this the easy way and open up the character sheet, because it's not gonna assign the stuff to the right slots unless I do. It is not showing me on the map where I'm supposed to be heading, so that's interesting. I'm going to assume I'm just supposed to go to the elevator, even though it's not showing me an objective at the elevator. Well, that shouldn't be right either, though. Guess we'll go there and find out for sure. Objective here. Looks like we may be glitched. I may have to log out and log back in to figure this out. Of course not. Yep, it's looking like I'm going to have to log out and log back in. And see if that resets the objective marker. I have to step away for a minute, I'll be right back. Still did not fix the objective marker. Actually, it looks like it brought us back to the very beginning of the invasion, so why? Alright, so if you are having difficulties, do not log out. How am I supposed to go where I'm supposed to go if I cannot? So what we're going to do is we're going to transport back to our ship and then see if we can activate Decimation from the ship and get transported to where we need to go. Because now, since I logged out, it for some reason has locked me out and will not give me the ability to go where I need to go. So hopefully this will fix it. But at least it is a example of what not to do for those who still haven't tried this yet. Only way to find out about the bugs and glitches in a new expansion is to find out on your own, right? Oh, Darth Norak is actually joining us. That's interesting.
They didn't like that.
Very helpful.
We've got to turn off these power conduits. With all the juice they're putting out, we need them offline before we can shut down these blasted guns. Something for ya!
The way that I wanted it to, and I'm not 100% sure if it's because of Darth Norak, or because they had someone that could do stuff.
We've got to turn off these power conduits. With all the juice they're putting out, we need them offline before we can shut down these blasted guns. Lied to my face. Made me look like an idiot.
Speak up, Major. Do you have something to say? Perhaps about your commanding officer?
Nope. Everything's just peachy. Forget I said anything, my lord. Apologies for wasting your time.
Eat this!
Fight everything, so I guess we're going to. See, it's those gunship technicians and their ability to heal.
I think we cut enough power to take out the guns for good. Just need to find the controls that shut them off.
Level 79. Level to go.
Not a Selkath in sight. They must be putting a lot of trust in the Republic if they're letting this beast cruise around Manaan without any local military on board.
Don't be absurd. There is no trust between Manaan and the Republic. The Selkath want the Republic gone as much as we do. As much as they want the Empire gone.
I thought the Selkath helped the Republic destroy your ion cannon.
A brief association, in opposition of a common enemy.
How do you know that?
The so-called soldiers tasked with guarding me had many complaints about Manaan's natives. The Selkath's displeasure at the Republic's presence was especially confusing for them. The Republic are aggressors here. Self-righteous and unwanted invaders, though they pretend otherwise. And I will find a way to use their sanctimonious convictions against them.
All those power conduits we fried lead to manual controls on the bridge.
Can you use the controls to deal with the guns?
Does a hut have a tail?
Then we have our target. Let's go.
I thought he wasn't going to stealth, and I was going to say there's no point in us stealthing if he doesn't.
They're here. Oh no. How did he escape? Weapons ready. Don't let them touch anything in this room.
Got something for ya!
You'll never take these guns. Whatever you're planning, it stops here.
Doesn't seem like it stopped here to me.
They must have known we'd make it up here. Our Republic friends locked this system down tighter than bantha hide.
Can you get in?
Oh yeah, no problem. And we destabilize enough of this thing's power conduits that I can rig the guns to explode from here. With plenty of time for us to escape, of course. Say goodbye to the Republic's shiny new toy.
Stop.
What's wrong?
Why destroy these weapons when we can take them for ourselves? Use them against the Republic, should they try to stop us again. Increase the output of these weapons as high as you can, Major. Make them so powerful that we regain our unquestionable dominance over this world.
Not an option, my lord. We shut down too many of the power sources. There won't be enough juice left to supercharge the guns and keep their targeting matrix online. I do what you're asking. These guns will fire on anything that moves. Selkath, Republic, Imperials.
Good. That means no one else will be able to shut them down. When Selkath ships are obliterated by Republic weapons, their rift will deepen. The Selkath can't fight on two fronts, and when the dust is cleared, Manaan will belong to me.
You there? Do you read? What's the status of those guns?
We're at the controls now, Colonel. But you...
Come in! Blast! I thought we'd worked out these comms issues.
Colonel?
Listen, if you can hear me at all, it is imperative that we destroy these guns once and for all. Our people need Kolto, and what we're doing here is the best way to get it to them. But we can't continue if the Republic is breathing down our necks like this. Darth Nord's orders are clear. Destroy the guns.
Everything all right?
Focus, Major. Do as I command, and you shall be granted a reward befitting a conqueror of worlds.
I'm sorry, my lord, but this one gives the orders.
If the Empire needs Kolto to win this war, then we will take all that Manaan has to offer. Do as Darth Norok says.
Whatever you say. Countdown initiated. I gave us enough time to get back to the shuttle, but we still better move it before these things get a chance to shoot at us.
Get me to our base of operations. It's time I took control of this mayhem.
I think they would have given up.
I've raised my brow at a lot of things you've done, but never in my wildest dreams did I think you were capable of something so blasted stupid.
Mind yourself, Major. I won't permit this insubordination while there's still so much work left to do.
Mind myself? Stars, you're brainless. We found Darth Norok, Colonel, and he wasn't too happy to hear about what you've been up to. You had the brass to speak for a Sith with ties to the Dark Council without his permission, but that wasn't reckless enough for you. Not telling anyone that Norok was missing. forging his orders! And the best part's gotta be how you dragged us into your stupidity! I know Norak was a pain, sir, and I know he was keeping you from supporting the Empire the way you thought was right. I might have understood if you had just told me about all of this from the start, but you lied to me, and that I don't understand.
Terrible things happen to those who try to deceive me. You're lucky I don't kill you where you stand.
Are you sure that impersonating a Sith is such a terrible thing? Because right now, you sound just like Norak. Where is Darth Norak?
He's on his way.
Then before he arrives and exacts his punishment, at least let me explain myself.
Other than making a complete fool of yourself, what exactly did you do?
Whatever mess you found Norak in was the result of his own arrogance. When I lost contact with him, I simply took advantage of his absence. My entire career, I've done nothing but prove my admiration for the Sith. I served without question, believed they had a right to rule the Empire. Until I had a chance to lead this operation, I cherished the idea that I was helping soldiers live to see another day. Norak, however, kept saying I needed to think bigger. He wanted all of Manaan under his rule, but we didn't have the resources to sustain a prolonged occupation of the entire planet. It would have achieved nothing. Nothing more than a boost to Norak's ego. I refuse to sacrifice faithful citizens of the Empire for something so irresponsible. And I do not regret that decision. Or the decision to use Norak's name, if it means not one life will be wasted on a Sith's ambition.
Norak's arrived.
Do you regret it now, Cord? Can you still hold fast to your principles while the breath is torn from your lungs?
My lord, if you just...
Finally. I thought I would never be able to get through. I won't question your methods of discipline when it comes to your subordinates, Norak. But you will not treat mine like this. Release him, now.
I want this cowardly bog-tick executed, Krovos.
On what charges?
Incompetence. Dereliction. Fabricating the word of a Sith.
That is disappointing, Colonel. Does anyone have evidence to support Darth Norak's accusations?
Colonel Cord lied to all of us and issued fake orders that were meant to undermine Darth Norak's plans.
That's all I needed to hear. But Cord is mine to deal with, Norak. Major Anri, I am sorry that this falls to you. Arrest Colonel Cord. I want him brought to my location at once.
This is why your soldiers make stupid decisions, Krovos. You let them get away with far too much. You need to set an example.
Well, while you clean up that mess, I'll sort out the issue of finding someone to replace Colonel Cord. Get on with whatever you have planned for Manaan, Norak. The war will not wait for your ambitions.
You have my thanks. Something I do not offer freely. Because of your commitment to expanding the Empire's reach, Manaan will soon be under Imperial control. Under my control. There is much work to be done if I'm to repair the damage Cord has caused. But I do hope your assistance will be available again, should I need it.
As long as your interests align with mine. But I doubt it, you arrogant. I just wanted to kill the Colonel. That's the only reason I sided with you.
Managed to get the rest of our reinforcements past those guns. Of course, Darth Norak had to get them good and terrified the second they got here. It's going to be a hell of a fight from here on out. We had enough trouble keeping the Selkath away when we only had one section of water under our control.
I like it when you talk business. You sound so assertive.
Really? You ask anyone else, I say I run my mouth too much. Glad you don't mind. I've seen you in action so many times, and you still never cease to amaze. Not to mention all the times you've come through for me. You're probably tired of everyone constantly falling over themselves for you. I'm sure you don't need to hear me go on about how amazing I think you are. But I can count the number of people I trust on one hand. Every time we meet, you more than earn your place on that list. Hope you know how much I appreciate that.
You've always been a valuable asset, Anri, and I'm grateful for all your help.
Now you're just trying to make me blush. Anyway, I know you have a lot to get back to, and I don't want to keep you from it. Thanks for sticking around and seeing this through.
That we've reached level 80. And the operation here on Manaan has come to its conclusion. That is where we are going to end for this video. When we resume, we will begin the Ruins of Null by speaking to Darth Rivix back, I'm assuming, on Odessan. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to join us over on twitch.tv/GremoryChannel2 for additional content. We'll continue exploring the new content in the next video. See you then.